What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your boy Dellz. This is Facebook Live with Dellz. I gotta find a way to continue that music because that's gonna be jamming in the back. And then I'm like, Really, it's just gonna stop like that? Anyway, I'm excited today to do this live. I'm always excited, but I'm especially excited today because I have some amazing individuals who are going to be joining me on the live today. I'm excited about what we're going to be talking about. I'm excited about them. I like to hang around with creative people. I tend to be a little bit creative, but not as creative as they are. So I kind of live my creativity vicariously through them. So I like to hang around them. So I have a few of them with me today. Just a bit about this Facebook Live and why I started it. I usually like to start off by sharing a little bit. So, clearly we're in this pandemic, COVID-19, okay, and it's done a tremendous, it's literally terrorized our nation. People are dying, people in the hospital. We lost people in our families, friends, co-workers, loved ones, and in the middle of it, I looked around and all I was hearing was negativity about it, like, the negative aspects of it, like how many people were dying and how many people were in ICU and how many people were being admitted to the hospital. So I was like, this is crazy, because I had people around me that were surviving it, like they were good, they dealt with it, but they were good. And so I said, I want to do something to inject some hope into our people. And so I did that. And, I had nurses on. I had individuals that work in the healthcare system. I had mothers on who had, I had individuals on who had family members who had COVID. I had people that had COVID and survived on this Facebook Live. And then we transitioned into this next pandemic called racism, injustice, and police brutality. And so I went right along with it and transitioned into that. And since then, I've had some police officers on here. I've had individuals that work in other portions of law enforcement. And so now we're here, and I'm going to continue in that vein. This weekend, I had the pleasure of attending an event that I think was a historical moment for the city of Newark, and you'll understand why I'm saying that in the next few minutes. But I happen to be a part of a poetry council in Newark, and I'm not a poet. Y'all know I'm not a poet, okay? I don't even know how to do the roses are red, violets are blue poem, and be sexy with it like some of these people. But I'm not a poet. I just like to support great endeavors, and that's what I'm doing. I like to stay in the background. Y'all know that this Facebook Live is not for me. If you know me well, you know that that's the case. I like to do things behind the scene, but at the same time, I understand the importance of the day. So listen, this is the poets. What I call it? The Poets Protest edition. Like I said, I have some poets on here that are going to join me shortly, and I'm excited about it. So first, I think you know what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna bring you all on. I see you guys backstage. Hey guys, backstage. That's mad bougie. Y'all backstage. I'm sorry, ain't no crackers back there. Ain't no juice. Okay, ain't no apples. Ain't no strawberries. But we'll have to work on that. When I find a way to virtually provide y'all with some nourishment, I'll do that. My bad. But I think I'm gonna bring them on individually, and we'll kind of talk collectively. We're missing 2 people, but it's all good. I'm sure they'll come on shortly. So, and we're gonna dig right in. All right. But the first thing I want to do, actually, so I'll have everybody's attention. I want to give you guys a feel of Newark poetry community. I want to give you guys a feel of the event that happened on this weekend that I think is historical for the city of Newark, actually, and the vicinity, and Jersey, the world, actually, to be honest. I want to give you guys a little bit of flavor of that with one of the poets that are going to be on this live today. I'm going to play her piece that she contributed to the event. And I need you guys who are watching just to listen closely. She's on the mic initially, and then she goes off the mic, but it's still clear. All right. But I want you to take in what she's saying, and I want you to enjoy this piece. All right, y'all. So if y'all out there, snap it up, okay. Snap, 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 snap until I get this here. Snap. Okay, keep snapping, keep snapping. All right. So I'm gonna give y'all Say La Poetic.
I'm loading my shotguns now. For one never knows when devil come ravaging our village in the night, taking our young princes from us because they see fit to put bounties on their bodies. Please note, we are tired of your governmental Napoleon complexes. Your inadequacies are no problems of ours. Stop seeking your power in the chest of our sons. Bullet holes to siphon the life from them. They are not your fountains of youth. These are our babies. We have had enough lamenting, enough sprinkling of dust on our heads. It is time we fight back. And please do not mistake this for wells of sorrow or us begging you to let them live. This is a war cry. We are sounding our horns, preparing for battle. No longer are you allowed to think that it's okay for you to murder us and there will be no consequences to your actions. No longer are you allowed to hunt us and we simply mourn the genocide. And the only reason why I feel you continue this behavior is because you prey on those too weak to fight back, and you have not yet come across the monster bold enough to challenge the darkness they reside and understand that I am ready to defend my sons at all costs, ready to die swinging, because in me stands a revolutionist. You will not come against my black and think me too passive to tear off a piece of my own skin and plant it in your garden so your roses turn dark as night. You will not believe me too timid. You will not come against my womb and believe me too timid to smear the very blood that flows from it across your doorpost as a reminder that our freedom soon come after you pass over. You will not take my children from me and think that I will not make widows out of your wives. I will not wait for the National Guard to come and defend you. This city is going to burn before sunrise. I will not wait for the National Guard to come and defend you. This city is going to burn before sunrise. I will not allow you to wait behind crooked laws that don't defend us. I will smoke you out and I will find you. Make you swallow the bullets meant for their innocence. This is what justice really tastes like. Hell would be comfort to you because I assure you that freedom soon comes. Justice soon comes. Black soon comes. God soon comes. His wrath soon comes. I am loading my shotguns now. But one never knows when devil come ravaging our city in the night, so come. Try and step foot into my home and take my children from me, because I assure you, you have never seen a killer so cold as a mother who's had war waged against her baby.
And the walk off. Yeah. And the walk off. I think I got a tear in my eye. Lord have mercy. Oh my God. So that's just a little clip because there were tons of poets. They all did amazing jobs. As I listened to her poem, even as a father, I could relate to that, to the parts where she talks about her children. So listen, without further ado, I'm going to have you guys to put your virtual hands together for Treasure. Okay. Well, wait, somebody naked in the background. Just, woo! Poetry. Put your virtual hands together for Poetry. Boom. Okay. And my man Don Krypton. Put your hands together for Don Krypton. Okay. And then we're gonna go back to Treasure. You're gonna sneak in. Treasure, you good? You good, Treasure? You good? Y'all give it up a Treasure. Yeah. I love it. I love it. I love it. What you doing? Some calligraphy on your arm, Christian? You so see, I told y'all about these creatives. I told y'all.
My nails.
She came on to live create. She said my nails.
You got a multi.
She came on to the live creating. You see that?
That's exactly.
Listen, I ain't mad at you because I'm sipping. because I'm sipping on some. Oh, this is orange juice, y'all. Just orange juice. That's all.
That's that good
Relax,
stuff.
Flo Tree. It's just orange juice. She was like, Flo Tree was like, okay, what else? I see you with your little beverage over there.
All right,
Listen,
I don't
what's
got
up,
no, I
y'all?
ain't got nothing. What's going on? What's going on?
What?
I guess I go.
Newark Poetry Council is in the building. Oh my God.
We are
I'm excited
here.
to
We're
have y'all.
lit.
This is
We're
just a
lit. We're
portion
lit.
of them, y'all. Yeah. We lit. There's several others. Again, I'm missing one person. Yeah, one person. And he'll be on shortly. He had a little situation. But listen, guys, I just wanted to really kind of highlight some things that you guys have going on, highlight the whole Poetry Council. We're going to get into some conversation about what's going on in this world. Like I said before, the second pandemic that's been going on for the last 400 years. How many years? 400 years, okay? And they still ain't got it right. But we're going to get it right, okay? We're going to keep fighting. We're going to keep fighting, and we're not going to stop until they get it right, okay? And then when they get it right, we're going to get it right because we got some things to get right too. You know what I mean? But we're not going to dwell on that right now. But anyway, so all right. So somebody just kind of share with the people a little bit about Newark Poetry Council, and maybe kind of why you're on it. You know what I mean? What it means to you, what you feel like it means to the city of Newark, well, the greater area of Newark, and kind of where you feel like it's going. Yeah, just kind of spit that real quick. Anybody? Don't all answer at once. Treasure.
Why I always gotta be first? Anyway,
Because you're a multitasker.
this is true. The North Poetry Council, I'm just gonna go off for what it means to me. And when it was started, when the idea was brought up by Maya was to do it, to bring together poets for a real cause. And for me, it was especially good because I wasn't here before. I actually watched a lot of the poets that were in the bogies days, like the 90s, 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s, late 2000s. I watched all on the sidelines because I didn't think I was a dope poet at that point. I didn't think I deserved to be amongst those people. So I knew them all, though. I watched them all, including the one I'm dating. I watched them all. I admired them all. And for me, I wasn't there when they tried to do this before. Nor do I really care. I've said this many times. I don't care about before. I care about the now. And the now is with a group of people who actually want to be here. And we may get on each other's nerves. And we may annoy each other, but we're here for what we're here for, which is to advance poetry in our community. Well, the greater Newark area, of course. But let's be frank, we love Newark. So that's where we do it, and that's where we put our focus into and our work into. So for me, it meant being a part of something way different and way better than it was ever done before.
Well, I like that. Different and better. That's good stuff because I understand that it was attempted in the city of Newark before, and by good people with good intentions. You know what I mean? And just something happened that it fell by the wayside, but I think you guys have something really good here. You're built on a good foundation, so I think you guys have got something good here. What you got to say, Mom?
Lord, you heard me? Baby in the background.
Whoa. She got her whole gaming set on. You see, she got the earphones, the microphone. You heard me, Flo?
It was a little. I kind of heard you, but
okay.
It was like a little breaky.
Oh, it's your turn, ma'am.
Okay, so hey y'all, I'm Poetry. Yeah, I go by Poetry as it's spelled. For me, I'm born and raised in Newark, New Jersey. I was telling one of our members the other day, like poetry is one of my biggest arts that I possess and that I cherish. Been doing this for, I don't even know, I can't even put a timestamp on how long, but I've always been one of the ones, not shy, I wouldn't say shy, but how would you say? Not shy. I wasn't shy, but I didn't always put myself on the forefront. I always admired, like Treasure, I always admired the poets before me, the elders, and I've always just like took took their lead, you know, in doing
Mhm.
so. But
Mhm.
in the process is when I've learned and when I've grown to become, you know, the
Mhm.
poetry that I am, and
Right.
being um, having my unspoken words, right? But for me, the Newark Poetry Council, when I heard that it was in fruition, I didn't even think secondly to be a part of it, because
Mhm.
like I said, I'm born and raised in Newark, and I rep Newark, New Jersey, everywhere and anywhere that I go.
Mhm.
Even back down to me going to school in Atlanta, Jersey, Newark, always on my back. So be it that there's an opportunity for poets to come together in the city of Newark to,
Mhm.
you know, for a greater purpose, you know, just for a greater purpose, and being able to enlighten not just the youth, but everybody, all poets around. Like we said, it's
Mhm.
for poets by poets, for in the in the help me out, in the,
You said
I
four
can't even
poets.
think of the right slogan right now, but we understand, we
Mhm.
understand. So I just felt my duty, my civil duty as a poet, as an artist, as a Newark native, to
Mhm.
join the movement, to be a part, to, you know, just be amongst that. And I feel like I'm probably the youngest person a part of the organization too, you
You
know, and just
probably
to
are.
show like,
You probably
yeah,
are.
to show
Mhm.
to
Mhm.
show, you know, the youth, like my generation, that we can do
Mhm.
this, you know, that we're here, that our voices can be heard, our voices will be heard, you know, and everything is just coming into fruition. So
Mhm.
I'm really excited
No,
for
that's
what's to
good.
come.
That's good, Flow Tree. I think what you and Treasure said, like how you guys just kind of like watched the other poets that were out before you, and you kind of just admired them from a distance. I think that's what happens in a lot of I guess positions of creativity where and even in you know industries, you kind of watch your, if your dad was a lawyer, you kind of watch your dad be a lawyer, and then you're like, oh, okay, well, let me do that, and you know, and you take from them. Um, but I think that's good. It's a good place to be. It's a good place to start. And then you know, you come up, you watch them, and now you're doing your own thing. You know what I mean? And actually, Flow Tree is really dope. I've heard her several times. She don't know that I heard her more than just on Saturday. But I heard her several times. And she's a really, really, really good poet.
I know, I'll be pushed. I don't know why. I wouldn't call it shy. I just call. I don't know what to call it. I just don't put myself out there like that. But I feel like when I do, I do. You know, I feel like a
Mm-mm-mm.
lot of us do that, have
Mhm.
that type of persona where it's like,
Yeah.
you don't see us, you don't hear us, but when we do,
Right. We do.
you
Right.
know.
Right.
But
And
yeah,
that's what's up. That's what's up. Because you know, we don't want to be out there like that, like thinking you everything in a bag of chips. You know what I mean? Because nobody want to hear you. I know some individuals like that, and I don't really get along with them. So I wouldn't be coming to your show, okay? If any of y'all was like that. But listen, my man Don Krypton is in the building. He's driving. He on his way. He look like you on the way to work, bro. Were you all right? You good?
I'm on my way home actually. I'm driving through Newark as we speak.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm hopping on that at 21, about to head on my way
All right. Well,
home.
keep your eyes on the road,
Uh,
sir. Okay.
most definitely, most
Don't
definitely.
look at us. I ain't that cute. You just look at
All
the
right,
road.
all right, all right. I keep it there. I keep it there.
Mhm.
But yeah, for me, what this means, this is more of a change in life for me. I'm kind of the same way you are. What I like to play the background. I like to control things from behind the scenes. So
Mhm.
for this, you know, going through a couple of things in life, I realized that I need to kind of put myself out there a little bit more, put myself, you know, in a position where, you know, I don't have to wait on somebody else to, you know, to do something in order to get something done.
Right.
And you know, and my inspiration honestly came from Treasure and Sean and Evolution Culture. Once I
Mhm.
went to one of their performances earlier their shows earlier this year at the Crowd Cave, and you know, ever since then I'm like, yes, this I feel this. This is where I belong. This is where I need to be. And you know, the Newark Poetry Council popped up on my timeline. I just happened to be in the right place at the right time. So um, I'm appreciative of it. I appreciate the movement. I appreciate everybody that's putting their blood, sweat, and tears into it. And I plan on giving just as much to be
Mhm.
able to, you know, make sure not only, you know, Newark, you know, me personally, I'm from Elizabeth. My parents are from Newark, so I got roots here.
Mhm. Mhm.
But, you know, making sure that not only Newark, greater Newark area, New Jersey, and as you said, the world will be able to see what's going on
Mhm.
right here where we are. So I'm ready to get going.
No doubt, no
And
doubt.
shout out to Don's mom. I just have to say that right now because his mom came out and not only did she take pictures with us and for us,
Mm-hmm.
she supports her baby, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes,
she
she
was
do. Yes, she
telling,
do.
she was giving us education about the city and when things weren't there, like when the Haynes building did not exist and
Wow.
when other buildings were there. She was giving like a lot of people that she never met before the history of this city. And it was a really, really beautiful moment. So I have to say thank you so much to your mom because I was just admiring her, watching her really like educate the children
Mm-hmm.
and be a mom, but
That's dope.
also be
That's
like, you
dope.
know, an activist.
That's
Like
what's
she
up.
was amazing.
That's what's up. Yo, I love your
Mm-hmm.
mother
Bro,
because
bro.
I love your mother because there was a young lady that was there who had a cutoff shirt, right? And the shirt was kind of sliding down. And your mom was like, "Listen, baby, okay, we about to take this picture, but your shirt, okay, your shirt is sliding down. Don't do that." I was trying to keep it anonymous, okay? He's like, your shirt is sliding down, baby, and I don't want to take this picture, and you know something happened. Okay, there'd be a wardrobe malfunction. So he's like, it's all right, mother, we got this, we good, we good. But I love it, I love it. Your mother was a mother to not only you that day, she was a mother to all of us. Okay,
Yeah,
Exactly.
I appreciate
Exactly.
her doing that. Yet even though the
well,
young lady, it was a style. It was it was her prerogative. But I
It
do
was planned. It
appreciate.
was supposed to be like that.
Yeah, I
right,
do
right.
I do appreciate mom for looking out for her. That was dope.
Always, always, most
She,
definitely.
you
That's
see
how
that?
she is, and I great love to have that. Love having that support system. Not only with her, that's always gonna be there, and she's gonna be
Mhm.
around. So if y'all want to get to know her, she's here.
Yeah, the young lady that they were talking. I don't even like that young lady. Like I don't like her at all. Next time I see him, I'm gonna beat her up. I'm kidding, y'all. That's an inside joke. Anyway, so listen. Um, so we're gonna talk about this inaugural event, okay, that was hosted by the Newark Poetry Council this past Saturday in the city of Newark on Brea Knight Way and Halsey Street, okay, in the shadows of the Black Lives Matter mural that is so dope, okay. And the event like this is why I'm telling y'all made history, okay? Because it's on a street that's named after one of Newark's favorite poets, Brea Nicole Knight, right? That's her name. Let me make sure I get it right. I don't want no emails later on. No text message cussing me out. You said my daughter's name wrong, okay? Um, but it's Brea Nicole Knight Way and Halsey Street, which has the mural. That's history right there. All of that's history. And you guys sat your event right there in the middle of it. So somebody share some highlights from the event. I have some pictures. I might throw them up while you guys are talking, but share some highlights from the event. What the event was, what was accomplished through it. Kind of share some points from the event, y'all.
So first and foremost, I just want to say what a beautiful event it was.
Mm-hmm.
That's first of all. It always does something to my heart when people of color, just black people and us, when we come
Mm-hmm.
together for the greater good, for on a positive note. I just wanted to say that that's first and foremost. But in terms of the event, I thought it was dope. I thought it was dope. We came in, uh, we said we was going to do cipher style and like sticking true to being raw and uncut and unfiltered as poets, as we are, but being able to bring forth and each one teach one, not only just spit our piece, but literally educate the masses of what's going on, expressing how we feel, expressing activism through our art. you know I just thought it was a beautiful thing to see, a beautiful thing to hear. Every poet that had touched the mic, that touched the center ground, had something powerful, had something that they wanted to get off their chest, in terms of what's going on, in terms of COVID, in terms of the Black Lives Matter heightening, in the spirit of what's going on in the world. Um, it was really just a beautiful, beautiful thing to see. And me, be it that, like, I call myself an artivist, right? Because I am one of the ones that will
Mm-hmm.
go out to
I
to
like that.
protest.
You better get that
Yeah.
copyrighted. You better get that copyrighted. Mm-hmm.
I didn't create the word. I didn't create it. So all
Oh,
homage
okay.
to the person that did. But
Mm-hmm.
that term was bestowed upon me actually leaving my senior year of college.
Mm-hmm.
I was noted as an artivist, so I kind of took it and ran with it. But I'm one of the ones to go out and protest, to make the phone calls to the officials, to write the sign my name on a petition. Like, I'm one of the ones to do that, but also understanding that I do have this art form where I'm able to express as well. And that's what I love about artists, that we have this platform to express. We have this platform to express, to educate.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody does it differently, everybody protests differently, and that was like one of my biggest concerns throughout like these past couple of months, because a lot of people were getting backlash because of the way that they were protesting. But we had
Mm-hmm.
to understand that not everybody is going to go out on the forefront. Not
Right.
everybody is a Malcolm X. Not everybody's going to do that. Not everybody is a Huey P. Newton. Everybody's not like that. But
Mm-hmm.
their way of expressing what's going on, their way of letting the world know what's going on, their way of this is just putting the word out there. It's their way, and
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that shouldn't be judged or misled in any type of way. So us poets come together to exemplify like, yes, we're poets, but yes, we still got something to say. But yes, this has been on our hearts as well. Hear
Mm-hmm.
us. Let
Mm-hmm.
us spit our piece to you and how we feel and how we demand change as well. I have some
Right.
dancer friends who, they didn't say a word, they wouldn't like write a post or anything, but through their movement, through the song choice that they use, you can tell that it was powerful. You can just feel their energy, and that can easily promote change.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Not every like I said, I'm gonna keep stressing it, because like I feel like people really need to understand this. Not everybody
Yeah.
is going to pro. I think everybody has an idea of protest of just marching,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like with artists coming together and performing their art, not just performing, but like I said, teaching and learning people, I think it's being shown that we this is our way of protesting, and we're going
Right.
to show it, and we're going to enlighten it as such. you know
You're right. Everybody
um
doesn't protest the same. Like they don't. That's become a conflict in our community lately. Like, you know, why aren't you out there? People judging, and I've heard it a lot. I'm not sure about you guys. I've heard it often. I've heard people get into arguments about it. Like,
yeah.
just everybody doesn't buy the same type of clothing. Everybody doesn't drive the same type of car. People do different things.
Mhm.
It doesn't mean that you're not passionate about it. It doesn't mean that you don't care, that you're not concerned. You know what I mean? But
Exactly.
that's why I like what you guys did, because you took a demographic of individuals and said, you know what, we have a voice too. We're poets, and obviously we have something to say. We're gonna spit our piece, right? And we have something to say usually behind the mic, but we're gonna go out in the street and say it to the people. Okay, we're gonna do it
Mhm.
our own style. Okay, and we're gonna make an impact on our neighborhood and our world through our own means. So I'm really grateful for what you guys did. Um, Treasure, you look like you wanted to say something just now.
Yeah, no, I am one of those people that I am not allowing my other people of melanated, descent to police my blackness. And I
Mm,
say that because I am in a field where right when all this started happening, right when the marches started happening, Newark organized a peaceful protest. It was the one that we had that was all over the news, and people were
mm-hmm,
dancing, and it was beautiful and it was great. But because of where I work, and
mm-hmm,
then again, I'm talking as well as a parent on here. My daughter, watches the news with her grandparents and myself, and she asked me not to go
mm,
because unfortunately at the time we were seeing not so peaceful ways to protest,
mm-hmm,
not so
mm-hmm,
peaceful ways of organizing.
mm-hmm,
And then my job in another state actually got a bomb threat.
mm,
So once my daughter heard that, it was
No,
please don't
mommy.
go.
Mm-hmm.
Please don't go. Please don't, and I'm a lot, people tell me a lot of times I'm the one with the most unpopular opinion about a lot of things. I also wasn't fond of a lot of organized things. I'm anxiety depressive. So I have very bad anxiety sometimes around things like that, especially when I don't know what's going to happen. And then wanting to make sure I have a secure, life for my daughter, to be able to tell her these things, to be able to tell her and teach her about what history is and how she's making it just by being alive is very big for me.
Yeah.
So I made a conscious choice to not only listen to my daughter, but listen to myself. So our protest was a way for me to feel like I'm in control of what is going on.
Yeah.
I know that the people that are coming here have my best interest at heart. No one's coming here with an agenda. No one's coming here with, trying to make their own situation. They understand what we're here for. Therefore, they're going to respect it, which we saw on Saturday. It was all respect, all love. I may not agree with everything that was said. They may not agree with what I said, but it's just the fact that there was respect.
It was done.
And for me, that is paramount. We needed that respect amongst each other.
Yeah. And I think the even the fluidity of the event was just superb in terms of like okay, how many people you got, how many poets would you guys say showed up? Maybe around 30?
There were actually a lot more poets that were there that didn't spit.
Didn't
They were just there for support. So
wow.
the people that actually were up there was different.
So about 17 that spit?
Actually spit. And then maybe a little more, but there were like 30 there that didn't. And that was in rotation. So people came and left. But it was about 30 poets there that are poets in the city.
So we're gonna say 20 spit, okay? For the record. We're gonna say 20. So we had 20 poets that got on the mic that really just came there because they heard about it. Probably didn't really understand fully what was gonna go on, but they came to support because they know it was a poet's protest, and them as a poet, they need to be there. So that's the type of respect that I think that this community needs, our community needs. We can come together. We can do what we do. You know what I mean? We're very creative. We're very talented, and that was on display on Saturday because we had all different kinds of poets. Okay, some rose the red violets and blue poets, and then we had some ones that would you had to like rewind in your head. Like, what did you say? Wait a minute. I'm a little slow today. Could you rewind that back? You know what I mean? But it was really good. Don, what did you think? What did that the event mean to you, bro?
Honestly, again, kind of a change of life type of thing. Just trying to me more or less play in the background for the most part. Me trying to just kind of work things out smoothly, trying to make sure everybody's peaceful and calm, and this is just one of those years where I feel that angry black man well enough inside, so you just gotta, instead of doing something crazy and doing something that's that might not go off the right way, you want to flow it into something that's more constructive. So you want to make sure that I'm doing the right things, making sure I'm doing something at least creative and not destructive. I did get out there and protest a couple of times. I was one out by my job. I was one out in Elizabeth I went to, and just kind of pouring energy into something constructive, pouring energy into something that's going to make a difference at some point in time, as well as if push comes to shove, this becomes more than fun. There's a name and there's something to do, and there's something to push behind it, and now there's a support system behind it too. So, and that's what the Newark Poetry Council is about, having a serious support system for spoken word artists and poets. So,
no doubt,
just putting all of that together, being able to make sure all of that culminating in what happened yesterday, all the hard work, sweat, tears, blood, money that went into what happened yesterday was very good to see.
I didn't see no blood, bro. I didn't see no blood. But,
somebody slipped. Scraped the elbow a little bit.
Right. We're gonna let them keep their blood to themselves, okay? That's what we're gonna do.
Heard.
Sean Battle was in the building. Sean Battle said, "What's up? What up, poets?" Sean Battle. Sean Battle is the CEO of Evolu Culture. When I say Evolu, you say culture, Evolu?
Culture.
You gotta say it again.
Oh.
You got to adjust the pitch.
Oh, you got listen. I can't do Sean. Okay, I'm just gonna do what else. When I say Evolue, y'all say culture. Evolue,
Culture.
Culture.
Evolue.
Culture.
Catch these vibes. Sure, you need to be on here, bro. Sure, you need to be on here, bro, to do that yourself. I can't be doing you, bro. But no, shout out to Evolue Culture. And their CEO, he's a part of the Newark Poetry Council, bro. If you want to get on, just send me a little note. We can bring you on. So listen, guys. He's laughing. So listen. So the event was successful. What is next up the sleeve of the Newark Poetry Council? What y'all got going on next? Because the people need to know. Okay. So they put on their schedule out. Stop laughing at me, Floetry. What's that got going on next? I'm gonna need y'all all night at once. Oh, Shaw's at work. So all right, you good, bro. You good. Get the coins, Pop. Get the coins, okay? He can't come on. What, all right, go ahead. Who was
We got to divert to the leadership. We got our treasurer. She know what's going on.
Hold up. Check this out.
Under the bus.
She just slid you under the bus. Yo, how about treasurer is the treasurer? Okay.
Sure am.
Treasurer is the treasurer. You see, and then
prepared, so I know what's going on next.
Exactly, and then she also is in the banking industry. You see that? She's a money. Listen, money coming to you. Okay, that's what I would pronounce it.
Period.
Money coming to you. So what you got next? What we got next going on with the Newark Poetry Council?
So next up is our Newark Poetry Council Town Hall. It is on August 16th at 4 p.m. We have our panel of Newark Poetry Council speaking. That's when we'll release, our mission statement and exactly who we are, exactly what we plan on doing for the community. But it's also to bring out the poets, because we're not kidding when we say by poets for poets. It's a serious matter that we think needs to be discussed, things that need to be discussed as a community. How do we help each other? How do we advance further and not backwards? So the town hall is really, really important and it's going to set the stage for who we become and what we do moving forward. Because from what the needs are is what we're going to go off of. We're not just a group of people who we go by what we want to do. We go by what the needs need to be met are. So there are a lot of needs that need to be met in our community, because eventually we have to tackle homelessness. We have to tackle how to be artists sustainably and not just artists, barely surviving and barely being able to sustain ourselves and take care of ourselves. So what does that look like in our city? Because we have more of those than we recognize. And then with the pandemic and people not working, how does that look? How does that work for the artists that perform? How does that work for the artists that now have to find another creative outlet?
That's good. That's good. Say the date again.
August 16th at 4 p.m.
August 16th at 4 p.m.
Yes.
And they do have a survey. Is this survey for poets only, or is it for Newark community? Mainly poets, right?
So everybody.
Mainly poets that are going to attend the actual.
No. I'm talking about the survey you guys have.
It's for So there's a survey that they put out. Sean Battle just put the link in the comment section. But Treasure, I was asking, is this only for poets, the survey, or is it for anybody that is a creative in the community?
So the survey is for anybody that's planning on coming to the town hall. I would encourage you to make sure you're attending if you are filling out the survey to hear your questions be answered. Because while we are intending to have the town hall, live, it may be posted after. So I encourage anybody that's really serious about attending to fill out that survey. We are poets for poets, but that doesn't mean we're excluding the arts community. So if you are a painter, if you are anybody that has an artistic bone in the community and is going to take this serious, we want you to be there.
Good money. That's good money. We're inclusive, okay?
Most definitely.
You know what I mean? So if you are an artiste, a creative in the greater Newark area, go to the link on the Sean Battles is posted and plan on attending first, okay? and then fill out that survey so we can know exactly what we need to cover at that event, etc. It's gonna be another opportunity for poets and creators to get together. I'm sure there'll be a little bit of networking going on. It's just natural, okay? So y'all come out, all right, and support all that the Newark Poetry Council is doing. This is not the last that you'll hear about Newark Poetry Council. There's a lot going on. There's a lot in the works behind the scenes. So y'all stay tuned. Okay, website coming. Social media is already up. Well, what's the social media?
Follow us, and add us on Facebook. Newark Poetry Council, exactly how it's spelled. Newark Poetry Council on Instagram.
It's
Like
pretty
us
simple.
on Facebook. It's simple.
It's pretty simple.
Newark
Like,
Poetry Council.
some people like try to add like letters and stuff to their social media handles, like
Straight.
flow a tree. You just put. I'm messing with you.
You gonna come for my name?
I'm messing with
You
you.
coming for my at name?
I love you. I love you, Flo. I love you. But real talk, it's Newark Poetry Council. If you can't spell poetry, then
we missed some lessons in grade school.
maybe council might be a little difficult. You know what I mean? Depending on where you grew up. You know what I mean?
Council, COUNCIL. Council.
There you go. She's an educated woman. Because I ain't spell it because I really probably one of those that don't really know. No, I'm kidding. I'm not spell council. But listen, bro, Don Krypton, you are a black man. Did you realize that?
Unfortunately, yes. Unfortunately, I realized that.
No, rewind that, bro. You said unfortunately. Nah, I know where you're coming from.
Unfortunately, I realize it. Me being one is not a problem, but realizing it is a different story.
Okay. Oh yeah, good. And unfortunately, realizing it is for us as black men, it being pointed out can be by us walking down the street. You know what I mean? Jogging, exercising in the street. You know what I mean? And I'm now listen. This is not colorism. This is just me making a point. I'm brown skinned. Okay, I've had my interactions with the police department, with police departments, wherever I've gone. But I have a brother who is darker skinned, and my experiences with the police pale in comparison with his, because he's dark, and he's now this is my boy. So, and we talk about this, so I'm not making fun of him or nothing. But he's a darker complexion, and so in a situation where it's dark outside and he's in a car, you probably have some difficulty seeing him. And so that right there says to a cop who's out to do some ill will that's not a white person in that car, it's a black person. It's probably a dude because he has a muscle car. So let me stop him. You know what I mean? And it's becoming it's a part of the whole systemic racism that we deal with, but it seems like it's getting worse. And this is why we're fighting. And I want to kind of talk about this with the poet, okay? Like I said on my pre-live, because I went live before the live, I said the poets have a lot to say, obviously, because they're poets. So I wanted to make sure people understood that. But I want to dig into that. With this climate that we're in right now, where are you guys at with this whole thing? Like, just kind of share your heart real quick. If you got a poem, if you got a piece you want to spit, that'll share your heart, do that. But share your heart a little bit about what's going on in our world today. Flo said, it's so much. Yo, I know that came from Flo. It's so much going on that you like, where do I start? You know what I mean?
No, honestly, I did the little hump because I'm just now recuperating mentally from everything that's been going on. When I tell you, like, I have anxiety as well, and linked that with depression. It wasn't too good for me mentally. So I'm just now coming back into like flow. But it's really disheartening, it's really disheartening. If we're talking about like the cases with COVID and just how our first half of 2020 was just in an uproar, and then to top it off with, I'm not smiling because it's funny. I'm smiling because it's just like,
it's too much.
It's a lot. It's been a lot, you know. Started with George Floyd, and a lot of people say like, oh, or they had connotations saying that like, oh, it's just another black man, it's just another black man. Like these protests aren't going to do anything. It literally, it was like a light, like a domino effect. Like you lit this match, and then all like everything literally was lit on fire. And I feel like it had to take a pandemic because everybody's home. Everybody's in quarantine. Everybody's on their phone. Everybody's watching TV. So like it gives them now the opportunity to actually see what is going on. And I'm glad to be alive. Like not even just to say to be alive, but I'm glad to be like right now. I'm glad to be alive right now to be able to see the change, to be able to see everything like unfolding, you know, on itself across the globe.
Yeah.
We're not even talking about national. We're not even talking about national. We're talking about across the globe, countries protesting, still protesting to like today. We're like, I don't even know how many weeks, months in, still protesting. But how I feel as a black woman, I love my black men, but as a black woman, I feel like we're not getting as much recognition as we're supposed to. Not supposed to, but we're just not being recognized as such. And I say that to say that, you know, yes, we do have they are killing our black brothers, and it's unfortunate, but our black sisters are getting killed as well. But the turnaround for our black sisters, it's like either there isn't a turnaround or the turnaround isn't as quick or heightened or acknowledged.
What do you mean by
like
turnaround?
our black brother. Turnaround, prime example.
You
said say that again?
You mean acknowledgement?
Yeah.
Okay.
Acknowledgement or whatever, not repercussions, but
so like Breonna Taylor.
For example, Breonna Taylor. Breonna Taylor was killed over 100 days ago, over 120 some days ago. And her killers have yet to be arrested.
Yeah.
I don't know, that just doesn't sit well with me. And it's not even just Breonna Taylor, the young sister, I forget her name, the young sister who was a part of the military, but no one has answers as to like no one has answers for her. Or Ola Watoyan, rest her soul, she was 19 years old, who got, you know, sexually assaulted by a black man in the midst of her protesting, in the midst of her running away from home. It's just been heavy, because it's just been really, 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 really heavy. Like I said, as a black person, as a black woman. But you said spit a piece. I had a piece. It's called Black Girl. No, actually, it's not called Black Girl. It's called Double X Chromosome. I usually perform it with a partner, but I could see if I could do a snippet by myself.
No doubt. Okay. Wait. Y'all, listen. This is exclusive, okay? This is exclusive on Facebook Live with Dellz. Y'all wasn't even ready for this. We didn't schedule this, okay? But we gonna flow with Flowetry. Y'all put your virtual hands together for Flowetry, y'all. Boom. Let's go. Let's go, sis. Let's go.
Black girl, yeah, that's me. Let me lay down the recipe of what it takes to be me. In 3, 2, boom. Touched down on earth, and I was the first thing they saw. The light. My radiance enlightened by many oils from Mother's earth rubbed on me from my crown to my toenails. Genesis 1:1. She spoke it, in the epitome of her I became. God. Bronze skin melanated to the sight. You can't touch me, and you never will. My skin dripped in different butters, that of which is too slippery for the grasp of you. Wide nose, big nose, enough to smell the lies you tried to put on my name. I could smell your envy from a mile away, so you tried to put me down before I could come into your perimeter. Because you wouldn't dare to try me. and then got the nerve to call me angry? What if one day I want to wake up angry? Automatically labeled as the angry Black woman. Vocab too vulgar, so you feel attacked when I talk. Peace, brother, chill out. Take a look in the mirror and see why. She's too independent. Well, I got 2 feet, so yeah, I can stand on my own. But sometimes I feel like a man, and it's not because I want a penis, but because the stereotypes of you proclaims that you could uphold your own on your own, forgetting that you need us, a woman, and because I am she is me, independent we be. And that's why I love her. And that's it for right now.
Let's go. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. And that's spitting your piece. Okay, and that's exactly what we did on Saturday. We spit. I didn't spit. Some water might have slipped out my mouth, but I ain't spit. Y'all spit. Okay? You just spit. You just spit your piece, girl. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And listen, this is how you know what's dope about poets is that you could take a situation like what's going on now, internalize it, right? And feel the emotion of it, get into it, but then you can spit it and take that same emotion and share with the world. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And bless other people. You know what I mean? So I love it.
That's the thing about artists in general, like being able to tell a story. Like I'm an actress as well, and the first thing they told us is the job of the actor is to tell a story. So that I feel like that's the job of artists, period. Not even just actors, artists, period. Being able to tell a story, like you said, channeling it and like internalizing it for us, but being able to branch it out to the world so they can feel how we, understand how we feel.
Right.
Through our art. So
right. No, listen, I get you. I understand. I love it. Floji, thank you for that piece. That was dope. That was really dope.
Just a snippet.
Just a snippet. She just gave y'all a little something. You know what I mean? She can't give y'all the whole. Y'all gotta pay for that. Okay, it ain't free. That's why we got Newark Poetry Council, because we gotta monetize. We gotta monetize people's gift. Okay, and listen. As an individual who has managed artists before and provided services like that, when these artists call y'all, when you call these artists to do things, listen, pay them. Don't listen. It's time out for. It's 2020. Okay, we just went into a pandemic that caused us to pretty much go into a recession. These artists need their coins. Okay, just like you go to work every day and make your coins, our artists need their coins too. Not all, and it's not always about the coins, but it is. Okay, we just gonna put that out there. But this is their gifting. This is their talent. This is their job. You understand what I mean? When you go to work, God forbid your job didn't pay you 1 week. Okay, so don't be prostituting these artists' gifts. And that's my own term that I use, because I never wanted anybody to do that to the artists that I was responsible for. Don't be prostituting their gift. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. I'm gonna get off this rant box, but that's something that annoys me. For me, even as a promoter on the other end, I'm always like, listen, I don't have a budget for this event if I don't. We don't have free sponsorship money. We don't have it. So if you don't want to do it, it's okay. I understand. Like, we ain't gonna have no hard feelings, because when I get a budget, I'm coming right back to you and I'm gonna pay you all the money that you want. You know what I mean? And I'd rather, as a on a management, and I'd rather somebody say that to me about my artist than to go ahead and just assume that that just because they're a poet or just because they're a singer, they don't need to get paid, or we don't have a budget. No, okay, go back and get a budget and we'll talk later. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to do that. But Don, listen, bro, have you had any type of run-ins with our law enforcement officers, or has your blackness come into play in any type of situation in your life?
Personally, no. There's one time I can think of where it almost got to a crazy point, but for the most part, all the interactions I have, in some way, shape, or form, I had some liability in it. I've never been pulled over for no reason whatsoever. I can say that, at least for myself. There was one time that I got pulled over, and there was your typical older white gentleman with the crew cut
Mhm.
pulled up to the door. He's like, "What are you doing out this late?" I'm just going to a friend's house, and going to a friend's house. What are you doing back here? You were going about 26 miles. And I'm like, and like immediately my own my switch flipped, and I got angry. I got mad. Fortunately, I had people in the car with me to tell me to calm
Mhm.
down. But you could tell I'm not a person who gets mad easily, and that got me
Mhm.
mad like immediately because there was no reason for that whatsoever. He was coming at me like I was threatening him, and he pulled me over. You know what I'm saying? I
Right.
didn't do anything.
Right.
So I can't say I haven't had a gun pulled on me. Thank the Lord. I haven't had, never
Mhm.
been arrested, never been nothing crazy, never had any problems with the law outside of me actually, speeding or,
Mhm.
not having my papers correct. So,
Right.
as far as my interactions with law enforcement, I have done my best and, just knock on anything that's good, stay as far away from them as possible,
Mhm.
stay
Mhm.
under the radar. But,
Mhm.
same thing. I know people who have been arrested, unfairly, people who have been pulled over unfairly, people who have been, literally are harassed by police simply because they know who they are and they've been in enough trouble to have their face known by people.
Right. Right.
So,
Right. Right.
and it's not fair. It's unnecessary to, and it really makes you angry when you see something like what happened with George Floyd or with Ahmaud Arbery, even going, again, 3-4 years back, Trayvon Martin, Eric Gardner. Those people were not in a position where they were a threat to anyone, and yet somehow they were the ones taken out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Simply because somebody thought they were a threat.
Mhm. Mhm.
So and just recently there was a video of a guy in a wheelchair. So he was a big black guy, but he was in a wheelchair, and
Mm.
it still was like 4 or 5 officers to take him down. I'm
Yeah.
like, that's
He's in a
unnecessary.
wheelchair.
It's
Right. Right. Right.
ridiculous, and it's only
Right.
because they see the skin. They don't see that he's in a
Mhm.
wheelchair and he can't really get away. That you don't need 4 people to take him down. It's ridiculous.
Mhm.
It's ridiculous. So just seeing how you don't see that happen to really just put it out there, white people. You don't see that. You don't really
Yeah.
see that.
Yeah.
They put the number, and obviously, something I said before in one of my rhymes. We're not represented by our own country. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
We're not. So when we try to tell people that this is a problem, as an individual, as a one
Mhm.
person, we're dismissed because yeah, it's happening to everybody else. No,
Mhm.
it's not. It really isn't. It's on a different scale, and that's where people need to understand what's going on. We're being unfairly seen in the world,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
we want to make sure we're not looking to try to rise up and take over. What we're trying to do is make sure we're on equal footing so that all
Mhm.
humans, all man was created equal, like
Mhm.
you said. So that's
I
pretty
was
much my
thinking
view
about
on it.
when Flo was talking. I was thinking about how this hierarchy of sorts goes in this country. It's like the white man, the white woman, the black man, and then the black woman. Because Flo was talking about how she's a little disturbed by the fact that the processes for even our black women are taking a whole lot longer than anything else. You know what I mean? And this is not how it should be. This hierarchy shouldn't even be that way. You know what I mean? Leave a hierarchy for a company, not for people. You know what I mean? Who are all equal, bleed the same blood, and do other things similarly. Okay, but yeah, even for me, I've had one situation where a cop came out the side of his face, and I'm sure it was based on race, and thank God I got through it, and I ended up being a little fresh in my mouth, but it wasn't like I wasn't causing no trouble. I was just kind of going toe to toe with his smart aleck um, comments. You know what I mean? And thank God, again, I was able to get through it, and I'm still here till this day. But it could have been another way. You know what I mean? And so, and that's unfortunately that's not the same testimony that a lot of our other brothers have. So we're gonna keep fighting until we win. Treasure, um, where you at? Have you where you at with this whole police brutality thing? Do you think we're making changes? Do you think things are changing or going to continue to change? Do you think this whole movement that we're in is effective?
I think I'm in a very unique position because I have
Mm-hmm.
family who are officers. I actually lost a family member in this process because of revenge of Black Lives Matter and the
Mm-hmm.
George Floyd situation.
Mm-hmm.
Um, And it was a very like jarring experience because I don't allow myself to get too angry or too upset or too, because I'll be very honest with you, it weighs on me so much that I'm not productive. So I chose peace, chose love in a very crazy time. People judge me for it. That's where I got the whole police and my blackness from, because my blackness has been policed. People have, come down on me. They don't want to hear that you have relatives that are officers. They don't want to hear that, you're choosing peace and you're choosing, to listen and understand and all things. They don't want to hear that. Everybody wants you to say one point, and you got to hit this one point in order to be with the cause or make it make sense. And because I didn't really subscribe to that, I got a lot of hatred. I got a lot of like vitriol. I got a lot of people coming at me saying, if you're not this angry, you're not black enough. And if you can't think about it 24/7, then you're not black enough. And I always say, I'm raising something. My child goes off of me. So if I'm angry every day, I'm instilling in her every day this anger. See me be angry every day. What does that say?
Yeah.
What does that tell my? What does that say to the people that I live with, people around me? What does that speak to them? It speaks positive energy. It speaks negative energy. And now everybody's in the house tense and aggravated because we're all just mad. And not mad because we understand, mad because it's just to be mad. And like I never understood that. So I always tell people, like, I have to still teach my daughter peace. I love that she still has an innocence to her still. Like, I'm not about to take her to the range with me. I'm not about to teach my 9-year-old how to operate a gun in 2020. Contrary to what the belief systems are and what people believe we should be doing with our children.
Right.
She knows love, but she also knows what's going on. I don't keep her away from it. But we also have to measure, how we treat ourselves and how patient we are with ourselves and how gentle we are with ourselves. Because sometimes we're too hard on ourselves. Slow touch on women. I wrote a poem, and the poem starts out with, I choose being a woman, being black over being black any day, because my blackness never protected any woman. I saw a girl be thrown in a trash can on Instagram, and they laughed at it. They threw her in the garbage.
That was so sad.
Right, and they laughed at her. So it's like, excuse me if I can honestly say I feel like my blackness is not protecting women, because when reproductive rights come around, I hope y'all not listening to comments. I hope y'all are marching with us the same way. I hope y'all are standing with women the same way. Because men are in control of my body right now. White men at that. So it's like when black men say things like, don't get abortions and keep the babies and do this and do that. Until you've been there, I'm willing to have the dialogue and the conversation, but until you've been there, that's when we're going to be able to talk about it. When you want to have a real conversation, and take the religion out, take the, feelings out, but the honest conversations about who we are as women, then we'll have the conversation.
I like that, Treasure. I was like, I thought she was about to go into that piece, and then I'm like, I don't know, some static and stuff.
I can't. I don't even have that memorized. I don't do that.
Oh, yeah, no, I didn't want you to spit that because it's not right. We gotta be right, okay?
Right. You gotta be all the way right, most definitely.
And then I probably already want to send me a bill, okay? So I can't have too many of y'all sit on here because I don't got that much money. Okay, I'm a little bit broke. But no, listen, y'all. Send the invoice. Listen, we're actually. I like to respect people's time, and I try to do this for an hour. But this is really good conversation. And again, I'm grateful for you guys even coming on and taking the time to say yes to me. To little old me, I really appreciate it. I think what all you guys have to say is very important. And to all that's going on, let me mute you a little bit, Treasure, because I think you're cracking a little bit. Yeah, I think that was you. I muted you, Treasure. Just wave at me if you want to say something. I think all that you guys have to say is important, especially as creatives. You guys understand how to navigate through everything that's going on, and you navigate a little differently than than other people, and you take things more so to heart, and you understand the parameters of issues that we deal with. Like, Flo, I didn't really expect to get into a conversation about women, and Treasure came right behind and talked about it, and it's important that we talk about it. I was gonna say shout out to my homegirl Jay, who has, and y'all take this down, who has because you were talking about women's reproductive rights. She has an organization called Melanated Moms, and I think it's melanatedmoms.com. So you guys can go check her out. That's my people. We're actually about to do a collaboration with my nonprofit, the Fly Dads Project, and her Melanated Moms organization. So y'all stay tuned for that too. But shout out to her. So Treasure, go check her out because that's what she fights for, is women's reproductive rights. And quick snippet or quick thought that I learned from her, and I didn't know this at all. This is how I actually was introduced to this girl. She shared with me how in America, Black women are more subjected to a quick transition from a vaginal birth to a cesarean. Did I say it right? Cesarean section? To a C-section. We just gonna keep the Aryan out. A C-section a whole lot quicker than white women are. So they're in the room, and there's some issues with the vaginal birth. So the doctor immediately is gonna say to a Black woman, "Hey, we're gonna switch to a cesarean section." As opposed to a white woman, they'll turn the baby, they'll manipulate the birthing process as much as they can to have her desires of a vaginal birth manifested. And I just was blown away by that. Like something like that that's in the medical society that we don't even know about. You know what I mean? You laying on the bed, you pregnant, and you listen to your doctor say, "Hey, the baby's head is turned upside down," or whatever it is, the technical word, the medical word, or something's going on, just gonna cut it. Because you're like, okay, well, you're the doctor, you know best. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, when you look at the stats, it's typically Black women. So I think that's important, Treasure, and what you guys brought up is very important. So we're gonna keep this going though. We're gonna keep the flow, okay, Flowetry. We're gonna keep the flow. We're gonna keep this fight going. We're in it for the long haul, y'all. And I believe that you poets have a great because to speak out and spit your piece about everything that's going on. Self-care is important, Treasure. Make sure you take care of yourself because there is some anxiety that comes along with all of this stuff. Even me, I don't claim to have anxiety or depression, but I felt myself going down for a good 2 weeks. You know what I mean? I had to call up one of my friends who's a therapist, and I got to probably send her some money too because she just talked to me for free because we friends. But I had to call her up and talk to her about it because I was like, I feel some way that I have never felt in my life before. You know what I mean? So you guys make sure you do self-care, and Don, as a man, just make sure you do what you need to be doing. We know what we have to do. It's not fair, but we know what we have to do in order to stay alive, because at the end of the day, that's what's most important. All right. And I'm very grateful for you guys. I want to know if anybody has any last words. Like I said, I like to respect time. We're a little bit over an hour. But if anybody has any last words, please feel free to share, unmute yourself, and just spit your piece real quick. And then we're going to bring this whole Facebook Live to a conclusion. Again, I'm grateful for you guys coming on. Go ahead. Who's that, Don?
August 16th, y'all. That's the town hall event.
Mhm.
Anybody watching? August 16th.
August
Newark
16th.
Poetry Council hosting the town hall.
Mhm.
So keep that in mind.
Make sure y'all come through. I'm gonna be there. Treasure's gonna be there because she's the treasurer. Okay. Flo's gonna be there.
Yeah, I will be in attendance.
Flo's gonna be in attendance. Well, you don't have no choice,
I,
Flo. Okay, you don't have no choice.
everyone has a choice, okay?
That's true. Oh, Jesus, here we
But
go. My
but
bad.
one last thing I wanted to
Mhm.
say, just in regards to Treasure, because like I love how she kept happiness, and she kept the love, and like tried to really bring forth the peace, because that was like the total opposite with me. Like I completely shut down. Like
Mm.
it got to a point where it was reflected on my business, because I have a business outside of everything that I do. I trade forex. I trade in the
Mm.
foreign exchange market. So it like just brought my business down, and it
Mm.
wasn't until like a couple of friends of mine that you know, had to get into my head like, Flo, like, we understand what's going on, but you had to, like, the same reason why you're upset is the same reason why you have to go harder, you
Right.
know. So I just want to branch that to everybody, like, protect your peace at all costs, choose happiness over everything, and definitely, if you can, find a way to just share light above the darkness. Just shed light. And there's a saying that I like to say, you have to pick the fruit out of the dirt. But what that means is basically highlighting the good out of the bad, taking the fruit out the dirt, right? So those are my last words.
Listen, take the fruit out the dirt, okay? That's good
Now I'm
money.
gonna trademark that. That one.
Hey, do it. Trademark it. Get them coins, okay? But I want half the money because you said it on Facebook Live with Dellz, okay? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Keep all your money, girl. Keep all your money. So yeah. So thank you guys for coming on. I really appreciate it. I know you guys are busy. You got things to do. Treasure, shout out your business real quick, please, Mama. Trey's Golden Confections, okay?
Yes, follow Trey's Golden Confections on Instagram. Also, I am a certified counselor. I do a check-in, a mental health check-in for artists every Thursday through my Blue Culture. So if you need to talk, get some things off your chest, get some things about your week off your chest, we always have a space for that. But yeah, Trey's Golden Confection on Instagram. August 16th, come to the town hall. You have something to say, we want to hear from you. Follow Newark Poetry Council. Connect with us. Talk to us. If you want to join, if you have any questions, we're always there to answer you. That's my last.
Yo, I felt a little threatened. She was like not to beat me up if I ain't come to the town hall. But y'all need to be there. If you are created in the Newark area, yeah. Listen, Treasure is harmless. Yeah, after you crackling, Treasure, mutual. Yeah. So y'all make sure y'all attend the town hall meeting. I mean, real simple. Just go to Newark Poetry Council on Instagram and follow them. Y'all clearly already follow me on here. Don, Flo, you got a business. If you're interested in getting into Forex, hit Flowetry up. Don, you got a business?
Yes. You can follow me on Instagram.
On Instagram.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you can follow me. Yeah, at FL0 WETREE. FL0 WETREE.
Not the letter. It's a zero. Okay.
It's the number. The number is 0.
Yeah.
You want to know the backstory real quick before I die? You want to know the backstory? So I added a 0 to my name. This was like a couple years ago. I wanted to inflict the flow, like so people could pronounce it flowetry as opposed to flower tree. Also 0, if you put 0 behind any number, it makes it greater. So that's how I feel about it.
See what? I'm definitely going to send you an offering. I'm going to send you an offering. Deep. My goodness. Don, what's good? What's good, bro? You got a business?
Business, not as of yet, but you know, I fix computers. That's what I do on the regular. I do that for fun. So if you want to pay me for that, that'd be cool too. I'm also getting into creating content. I'm also getting into. Oh yeah, most definitely. I'm looking into creating content as well. So that's going to be coming soon. Anywhere you want to find me on any social media platform, literally, I pretty much have it locked down. DONKRYPTON. You will find me. There are many imitators, but I am the originator. So make sure y'all look out for that big symbol there. All right.
on period. And listen, y'all. Lastly, on this coming Saturday, I'll be hosting. Listen, I've never seen this done before. I googled it and nothing came up. But so I'm just claiming it. Okay, we gonna claim all this stuff. I'm gonna claim it too. It's the first ever virtual Black business crawl, similar to a bar crawl. You get drunker and drunker as you. What we're gonna do is crawl through some Black businesses, and we're gonna let them get richer and richer. Okay, so y'all tune in this Saturday at 11 a.m. At the 11 a.m. hour, we will start, and I have at least 20 businesses who will be promoting their business, pushing their business. Very unique business too, and they're from across the country. So you might want to tune into that. This is my little piece in terms of us celebrating us buying from us. You know what I mean? Us increasing our own economic system. Okay, so this is my little plug into that. So y'all make sure you guys tune into that. All right, and then stay tuned to your Facebook and your YouTube. I'll be talking about the next Facebook Live I'll be doing. And I'm grateful for everybody that tuned in, all the guys that made the comments and just kind of hit the live real quick. I'm grateful to my poets right here, my comrades in the council, the Poetry Council. We got work to do, y'all. We got work to do, you know what I mean? Thank you again for coming on. I appreciate all your talent, all your skill, and your time. All right? Y'all follow them, and everybody have a blessed night. Honestly, have a blessed night. And next time, I have some tea and crumpets in backstage for y'all. Okay? All right, y'all. Love you all. Take care.
Right.
Don, I'm gonna hit you up because I might need something with my computer. Okay?
You already know. You know where to find me.
I'm gonna pay you. Okay, I'm gonna pay you. I ain't gonna ask for no freebie. All right,
I
y'all.
got you.
Take care. God bless.
All
All
right,
right.
be safe,
Have a
though.
good
Thank you.
night.